Main here of DisneyAvenue.com, and I wanted to kind of make this little video today to show you my Olszewski, I believe it's pronounced, model of the Magic Kingdom. And I'm slowly putting my little set together here, and I absolutely love these sets. And I'm slowly but surely putting together, and I'm here in my little Disney Avenue shirt on, but I'm slowly but surely putting together this set. And I already hit up a couple of these because I have them on a timer, and I'll show you that when I switch the camera around. But I wanted to kind of show you how, it's kind of interesting, how to basically solder the circuits so that these don't kick off automatically, because they all are on a timer. I forgot how long it is, maybe 5-10 minutes, and they'll kick off. So there's a little project I'm working on to try to turn them all on so they stay on, because I like them about 6:30 to kick on to about midnight or 1 o'clock while I'm here in the office. And so I just kind of thought I'd take you along and show you how to do some of that. And I also have one that's like this Disneyland one here that is battery operated only. Oh, I'm sorry, that one's not. But like this Magic Kingdom welcome sign here is battery operated only, and I want to get that one on a AC adapter so I can plug it in with the rest of my models. And so I just thought it'd be fun to maybe do a little show and kind of show you how that's done, take you along with me, and show you how that's done. So let's switch on over to the other camera, and we'll start getting at it. And who knows, it might be interesting. You might find it interesting. I know I love these models. I love learning about these things. And I said, you know, maybe it would be a great show. So let me switch on over to the other camera, and I'll see you on the other side. So right now, all my models, this is one side of Main Street, and I have a building that's going to go right here. Cinderella Castle. That's the Main Street Cinema right here. The Magic Kingdom entrance. Of course, the 20,000 Leagues attraction vehicle. And this is, I believe, Market House. And if you notice this right here, the lights off, these lampposts. And I bought these little lights to replace them. But that's the Haunted Mansion. But since I put these from a timer running to, excuse this box in the way here, running to this timer here, these lights, as you can see, there's another one. See, some of them on, some of them off. And these lights here, and I've read about it in the research, when you put them on a timer and they're on like that, they don't last long. But I bought some new replacements that I'm gonna switch those out, and I've read that supposedly these last longer, which I hope, because these did not last long at all. And maybe it's something to do with the circuit board. But I wanted to kind of show you, I wanted to open one up and show you how I solder the, you know, to bypass the timer on the circuit board. And then, like I mentioned, I want to take these two that are on battery only, and what I did was I'm going to take a USB cable, cut the end of that. See, that one just kicked off. See that? I don't want that. I want that baby lighting up all night. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a USB cable, cut the end off, take the black and the red, that one kicked off as well by itself. Take the black and the red wires and solder that in to the battery pack. Isn't that, I mean, look at the detail on this. And I'm dying to get all of them. A lot of them, it's hard to find now. And make the whole, eventually I'm going to have that platform sitting here with the whole Main Street and all lit up. I mean, I want the whole deal. And they're expensive, so I have to get them little by little. But it's a good little start, and I just enjoy sitting at my computer desk here and kind of glancing over at these. So I figured, this new little show I'm doing, video show, I strolled down Disney Avenue and just taking you around and showing you some things in my world of Disney that I enjoy. But I did this recently, all these that you see lit up right now, even the castle. And so I figured with this one here, the 2 battery ones, and I'm gonna switch the lights out, and I'm gonna bypass the timer on this and this one. I figured why not maybe film it a little bit, show you guys how it's done. You might find it interesting. And yeah, just kind of see how it goes. So let me switch on over to the desk. I'll get everything set up, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay, so Keith Main here again with Disney Avenue. And as I was saying, I want to convert these models. They run on battery packs. And I currently, as I just showed you in the video, have all my current Olszewski Disney models running on a timer at night. And so I want to convert the battery ones that I have. This is the first thing I'll show you. The next thing I'll show you is how to bypass the timers, so when they are plugged in, they won't kick off. But let's start with here. We'll convert. You can do this to any anything that has a battery operated power source, and you want to convert it to AC adapter where you don't have to use batteries. Now I'm doing this just to show you, so do it at your own risk. If you kill yourself, I'm not responsible. So go ahead and take just your normal USB cable. See how I have that one here? This old Apple one does fine. And you just cut the tip off. I took an X-Acto knife here, and I went ahead and cut the tip like that. And then when you open this up, you'll see 4 wires. There'll be a black, a red, a white, and a green. So you want to cut the green and the white, because that's for data transfer and so forth. You just need these 2 black ones, okay? So then you're gonna take your battery pack, and I already kind of started it, and you're gonna unscrew it. Especially if you have these models, you can get right into them. So I'm gonna unscrew the battery pack, like so. And then I'm gonna open the back up so you can see it there. It's your regular battery pack. Like so. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie in these 2 wires, and I'll plug it in and just show you, so that I don't have to use batteries anymore. But just like the other day when I was showing you a couple of nights ago my little set, I left the battery on all night and the battery's already dead. And that's just a pain. When it kicks on all together, I want that baby all lit up all the time. And so just to show you as an example, I'll take the red and put it on the red, and I'll take the negative and put it on the negative, and you'll see if I can show you it light up, just to test it before I go ahead and solder it. So we're going to put the red on the red, just to kind of show you that it's all good. See how it's lighting up there? There you go. So you can go on Amazon. I bought this little soldering gun, a soldering iron on Amazon just for a couple of bucks, and it's done a great job. So I'm going to solder these. I'm going to unplug it first, and I'm going to solder this to the wires here, Let's see if I can show you how this is done. Alright, so I got my wired hold on here so it doesn't move. I got it on the red one on the positive, and I'm going to go ahead and solder this onto the wire. It always takes me a couple of tries there. And I'm not the best at this or experienced, but I did do all my other models, so I was pretty proud of myself for never having done this before. To have done it, so and it worked successfully. So I was pretty happy about that. And every night it kicks on, and I get to enjoy the results. I think that'll do. Little dab'll do ya. Yeah, we got that baby on good. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take and get the other side, my negative, the black, to the yellow. Little dab'll do ya. Let's see what happens now that we got a little dab'll do ya. I'm gonna take this end here. Give it a little pluggy tug. Little dab'll do ya. Perfect. Okay, now that I have my wires all soldered in, I went ahead and took this little screwdriver and I took a hammer and just hit this little hole right here for my wire to run out. And I'm just going to put a little tape around here just to be safe. And I'm not an electrician or anything, so if any of you are watching, you're probably like slapping your head against your hand. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it, make sure everything's good. But from everything I did, it should be fine. All the research I've done on it and how to do this right. So I think we'll be good. So that's that one down. I have this 20,000 Leagues I'm gonna do next, right here. And this goes on there, like that. And these actually open, which I thought was pretty cool. You can see up in there. Those seats, and it's magnetized. Let's see. And magnetized there. So that's cool. And then tonight, I'm gonna have it over here with my other ones. I actually have some shelves I'm gonna put here, like a medium length and a little small one. I'm gonna have the castle here. I'm gonna move that. I'm putting I want to put a Thomas Kincaid painting there. So then I'll have my castle on one plank, the attractions here on little bit longer one, and then I'll just have Main Street running here. And like I say, I have them all on that timer right there. So at 6:30 p.m. they kick on, and when daylight savings time come, I'll move it up to about 1 a.m. And I just enjoy looking at it, you know, while I'm sitting here at the desk and it's all lit up at night. It's beautiful. And I love miniatures. Walt loved miniatures. And so it's just a fun thing. So next thing I'm gonna do is some of these lights that I've already took the timer off, these little lamps here that I told you about are out. I'm gonna try to replace those. I bought the light for them. And hopefully I'll be able to film that and show you. And also this one here is new, so I need to bypass the timer on that one, and I'll show you how to do that. And then at night, tonight, I'll go ahead and film this and see, you can see it all lit up. And they actually sell a platform for this, so once you have all the pieces, you could stick them in a platform and buy like a plexiglass cover. And that's my main goal. That's what I want to have eventually. And I'll move this out the way, and I'll put the platform running right here. And that's the goal. But there's going to be a lot of time tracking those down, and a couple of bucks to do it. So it's going to be a little while. But let's head on over to the next thing. I'll go ahead and show you how to change out these timers, and then I'll show you maybe how to do these, replace these lamps that I've never done, so you and me can learn that together. So see you then. So here we are on the Main Street Cinema one, which is one of my new ones. And I need to get this one to stay lit. And as you can see, I finished that Disneyland one. I tied in, I did the timer on that one already, but I'm going to show you that right now. And as you can see, these two here are lit and on because I wound up tying in right here, that cable, and there's a white one, are UBS phone chargers that I tied in, so I wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. So right now I'm gonna head on to this one, and while I'm doing this, I got guys playing here from the Netherlands on the Disney Avenue Facebook page, and it's just such wonderful music to listen to here while you're working, and I'm just so honored to have him on the page and excited about that. So, guys, you're awesome if you're watching this after. So let me try to show you. I'm going to open up. The first thing you want to do is open up this base here by taking off these screws. So I'm going to take off these 4 screws, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the inside in a second. So now I have the base off, and there's all your wires and so forth. And what we want to do is get to this right here, stuck on there with a little hot glue. We want to get to that circuit board, and there's going to be 2 little circuits there that we want to solder together, and doing that bypasses the timer, so that way when it kicks on, it won't kick off automatically. It'll stay on like I have all these here, and that's the goal. So we're going to show you how to do that. Let's see if I can kind of maneuver the camera. It's kind of hard to do this, but what we'll try to do is jiggle this out of here. And usually they're on there pretty easy. I mean, there's little hot glue. You just jiggle it loose, jiggle a little bit, jiggle it. Give a little jiggle. If you ever seen that, oh, I forgot his name. The guy plays Doogie Howser on Saturday Night Live. Jiggle it, jiggle it. But let's see if I can get this out with you guys here holding the camera. It's a little difficult. And if not, I'll leave and come back. But it usually pops right out, see? Just a little hot glue there. Just jiggle it. Just a little getting jiggy with it. And I absolutely love these models, and I'm dying to get the whole set. And I don't know if any of you have them, but it just seems like the more you add to them, And they're beautiful on their own, but it seems like the more you add to it, the more beautiful it becomes. It's really like painting a picture. But it's a little difficult holding the camera on this one side I have left. So I may pause for a second and jiggle this out, give it a little jiggle, and come back and show you the circuit board. Okay, now that I got this out, and all of this is you basically just jiggling it because it's just a bunch of hot glue in there. So you just jiggle it out, pull these wires sometimes, and they'll pop right out. Just be gentle. But if you look in here, this little black thing right where my finger is sticking out on the circuit board there, this wire's in the way. Right there. See that E? They got this little black, see if you can get some more light on it for you. But they have this little black cylinder there. And there's an E. There you go, you can kind of see it there. Well, if you flip it over, there you go, that E right there. If you flip this circuit board over, the other side of it, right here, these two little dots at the end there, 1, 2, those two have to be soldered together. See, currently they're not touching each other, but I'm covering the other one, so it's those two. You take a little solder, you attach those two, and that's it. You put it right back in, close it on up, and then your timer will be bypassed. It will not go off when it comes on until you either shut it off or your timer kicks off. So it's super easy. So that's it before. And what I'll do is I'll go in right now and just attach the two, and then I'll come back and show you them connected. So let's do that. Let me hit that up, and I'll come back and show you the result. Okay, so I just finished connecting it, and it's really simple. It took me just a couple of seconds, and all I needed to do was put a little solder there, so those two circuits connect and touch, so the current goes through them, and that bypasses that E right there. That's how you know. It bypasses that. I guess that has something to do with the timer. And I believe they said either the later models that they weren't going to be doing the timers anymore, or either the first edition models never had them. It's either or, I forgot what it is, but I just bought these recently from the park, and everyone I've had has had a timer on it. So, but now I'll go ahead and close this up, and I'll just stick that back in there, put the top back on here with the screws from the base, and then after that, there's a couple, since I've changed them out to full time without the timer kicking on, there's a couple of those street lamps I was telling you about that I'm going to try to mess with. And I don't know why they went off. I don't know if it had something to do with me turning the timer off. But I've read before I actually did it that the street lamps, when if you do bypass the timer, the street lamps won't work, or they won't last as long. Rather, they'll work, they won't last as long. So I found these here on eBay, I think for 20 bucks or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace those ones that are out with these little bitty lights. And hopefully that won't be, I don't think that'll be a big deal, because it looks like there's a street light here, if you see right there. And this runs right along here. So I think it's just gonna be a matter of cutting these wires and I might just tape them together, you know, just a super duper quick and easy job. So, but I wanna just show you right quick before I do that. Just so you see. right here is the market house, and that street light, if you notice, is off, and so is that one. So if I come back and those lights are on, then it's mission accomplished there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back together, and then we'll jump on over to the street lights. All right, so I just did the market house, and guess what? Those lights are beautiful and lit up. And as you can see, the old one that I mean the one I actually just messed with before I did the lights here, that I just showed you to turn the timer off. If you notice, the street lights aren't as bright compared to these new ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is come back over here when I'm done this one I have on my desk and put in these new lights I just bought. Because if the other ones are going out, the original ones that quick, and they're dimmer, I think I'm just gonna switch them out. Why not? You know, we got the tools here. But I just kind of wanted to show you, and I just pulled one out. It's super duper easy to do. So you just these wires running here are the street lamps. So you just pull these up, pull off this tape. And I just took that one out. I'm gonna do this one-handed. I'm gonna set this down for 2 seconds. Okay. So you just pull this tape out. Okay. Take these white ones and just pull those coming right out of there. Super easy. Then you follow the line to the little clip there, and you just pull these babies right on out. They might have a little glue. There we go. Just pull that out like that. Okay. And that's your old one there. And what I do is these little holes where the screws go, I use that as my holder for where you see how these lights are soldered on there. So I just pull these off, stick the little thing here is my holder. Take these new lights that are all tangled up that I got one hand with. And what I do is at the end, I make a little loop. I make a little loop on the end, put them around each one, and then I solder them in. And then I stick them back in there, and then I go put it in its home, take the tape that was on it with the little insulation there, and I cover the hole, and little dabble do ya. That's it. So, just wanted to show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the rest of these pieces out, and when I get done, I'll show you all the street lamps all lit up. See you then. So I went a little overboard with my Haunted Mansion one, but I just wanted to take you through the street here, show you all these lights are now working. It's been on for a good little while. Look at the detail there, there's little lights on this. Look in there, street level. It's so beautiful. So much detail. The Disneyland sign. The castle. I love the back of this castle too, and how you can look right down there. I love looking in there. I mean, look at that detail. God. But I love the back of this castle. I don't know if you can see it. I don't really want to move it right now. But I spent like 2 hours at least working on. Look at my street lights are all lit up. Like I say, as you can tell, this is an old iPhone cable. This is an old black iPhone cable. Because these two are battery operated. And now they're on. I mean, so much detail. Little stands there. I love these models, I really do, and I can't wait to make it all lit up. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Until I have the whole platform. But I wanted to show you this. This is the one I went crazy on. The Haunted Mansion. Because if you look right here, there is a street light. But guess what? That sucker doesn't light up. It's got a little ball at the end, a bulb at the end, like in the floor. It's supposed to fill it up, but it doesn't. And one thing, this is what I went crazy on. One thing that I always hated about the Haunted Mansion, this model, was that this never lit up. I mean, that you gotta light that up. Rex, please, I'm talking to the people here. And so this light, back up. So this light here was back here where this green light is. Rex, back up. It's back there where that green light is. So I took that green light, which was in the back, like if you could open the back up and there's little scenes, but I never go back there. So I took the green light from the scenes and I put it where this orange light was, which was here. And I drilled a hole in the model up into this area here. This area right there. So now that lights up. And I love that. I've always thought that the Haunted Mansion should have that lit up. And now it does. Thank you, Jesus. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you how that works. I know when I was trying to do these and have them, you know, bypass the timer and mess with the street lights and all that, I sure wish somebody had a video to show me. So there you go. That's it for this show. And this is Keith Main, Disney Avenue, signing off.